On this Sugar Showdown, 3 cake bakers whip it up.
Cake pop!
To impress our judges.
This is the ultimate ingredient.
To win the title of Sugar Showdown champion.
I'm freaking out!
And win $10,000.
I got 10,000 reasons to win this competition here.
Bakers, start your ovens. Let's meet our bakers. Brian McKilligan from Toronto, Canada, recently opened Junked Food Company and wants to win to buy his own ice cream truck.
The reason I love baking is that I get to be so creative and I can just go nuts with it.
Emily Upham from Vancouver, Canada, opened When Pigs Fly Pastries. This cake artist and pastry chef claims to never have made the same cake twice.
I can make a cake that looks exactly like sushi. I can make a cake that looks pretty much like anything.
Ema Cromedy from Charlotte, North Carolina, runs Southern Cake Queen. This newlywed is determined to take home the cash for her baby-to-be.
We're expecting our first child, and I need to win this competition so that I can extend my maternity leave a little bit longer.
Welcome to the showdown. Your first challenge is to make a cake using this mystery ingredient. Beets.
Beets.
When the first challenge is over, one of you is gonna have to go home. However, 2 of you will have a chance to be titled Sugar Showdown champion and win $10,000. We're judging you on how it tastes, presentation, and originality. You have 90 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now.
So I'm thinking carrot cake. They use grated carrots. Why can't we put grated beets? Just switch out a few things. I think it will work. Once I finish these beets, I'll leave you to do the mix.
That sounds good to me.
I'm gonna make a beet cake with grated beets, pineapple, and coconut inside with lime buttercream.
Yeah, we're hot. We're good to go.
Here.
Cheers.
All right, you ready for this? We're making it lemon cake with a goat and cream cheese filling with vanilla buttercream on the outside, topped with blueberry and candied beets. Let me grab lemons. Aha!
I am going to make a buttermilk beet cake with a chocolate orange ganache, a spiced buttercream, finished with candied beets. Beets smell so earthy.
They do. You want it more fine than this?
I don't know, that's good. I kind of want to get little big chunks of pineapple in there.
Sounds good to me.
We're gonna add pineapple to this cake. Put lots of coconut in it too. It might seem a little bit weird. I think all the flavors are gonna meld together and it's gonna be great.
I'm making a buttermilk cake because I'm a Southern girl. Buttermilk, it just gives it that extra little twang. This is my last batch of flour, and the cakes will be in the oven. The first thing I'm going to do is make my cake batter because that's gonna take the longest. Look at this rich red color. We need to get that in the oven, get it baked and cool, because we have to put it together, okay? First one with the cakes in the oven, I'm feeling really good right now.
Let's meet our judges. World-renowned pastry chef Elizabeth Falkner, deli man extraordinaire Zane Caplansky, and cordon bleu trained pastry chef Eden Grinshpan. Guys, beets.
Yes, beets are so beautiful. They bring so much color, so much moisture.
Yeah, and beets can go with just about anything.
This is the ultimate ingredient.
I'm gonna put the vanilla all in at once with the lemon.
Make sure we get to the bottom. It's got a nice fluff to it. It's perfect. We decided to use a lemon cake because citrus really enhances a lot of the flavors. With the blueberry and the beets and the buttercream, I think it's perfect.
Okay, I'm adding the beets.
It's gonna make it so pretty.
It is gonna make it pretty.
The batter's looking good. It's looking like a regular carrot cake, but with beets.
Really sweet. You got the texture of those beets.
Yeah, you can taste the pineapple. So we're filling the cake trays about 1 inch from the top.
And then these need to go in the oven.
You wanna open the oven?
So you have the cream and the zest on for the orange ganache.
And measuring out the chocolate.
We're making our orange chocolate ganache by simmering orange zest in with the heavy cream, pouring it over the dark chocolate, and then whipping it by hand with a whisk.
Do you need this to be thicker?
Yeah, let's put it in the refrigerator. Orange would give a nice flavor with the earthiness of the beets.
I can smell the sweetness. I'm making this blueberry compote with some balsamic because I want to take away some of the sweetness from the other things in the cake. I'm gonna add these blueberries. We'll let them burst a little bit.
Yeah. Looks good. First in, first out. Much thicker than I wanted it to be. We can go ahead and get them in the blast chiller so we can go ahead and get started with our decorating.
I'm gonna start the buttercream. I'm making my Italian lime buttercream. The Italian buttercream is just a lot lighter and fluffier. I'm putting the sugar, the corn syrup, and the water on the stove, whipping the egg whites up to stiff peaks, and then you add the boiled sugar to it. What are these? Finger limes. And when you squeeze them, the little pearls come out. The pearls brings out the taste just a little bit more.
They're so crunchy. They're full of juice. That's really cool.
We're making a goat cheese blueberry filling. Pretty much make it like your basic buttercream. You whip goat cheese like you would butter.
A little more sugar.
Really, I can taste the goat, but
Load it up.
more sugar, yeah, for sure.
Nope, they're nowhere near done.
How raw are they?
Pretty raw. These cakes are taking forever to bake.
Do we put too much batter in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I look over, Ema's already assembling her cake, and I'm just like, no.
I'm torting the cakes. I need to cut the tops off because my cakes have baked with a little hump on them. And I realize, oh, this one isn't even cooked. My cake is not cooked all the way through. Crap! This is a disaster.
Bakers, only 20 minutes left. And just a reminder, one of you is going home.
Oh, this one isn't even cooked. My cake is not cooked all the way through. Crap! So I'm gonna have to work a little magic here. We gotta scoop it out and keep going with it.
These cakes are taking forever to bake. We gotta get them out, we gotta depan them, let them cool, cut them, assemble them, and then decorate.
All right, here's one. The moment we take the cakes out of the oven, we're praying the whole cake was done. So we put it in the cooler to cool down. Close it up, get all the cold in there. Just let it do its thing. We are a little relaxed at first, and now we're starting to feel the pressure, and we're picking up the pace.
Done.
Oh my God.
They're too hot, that's why.
We gotta cool the cakes.
We're okay, we're okay.
Having to depan the hot cake, it just all falls apart. It's something you should never do.
So just increasing the sugar on this bad boy so we can keep the beet color, but get out the beet taste. With this ingredient, we wanted to do something sweet, so we're gonna candy our beets using a simple syrup. Top of this cake's gonna look friggin' awesome. They're coming out nice.
I do like the idea of candied beets. They have to be executed very well.
Beets are a classic source for sugar.
Yeah.
So I don't think you want to go too sweet with it because it already brings
yeah.
a certain level of sweetness with it.
5 more minutes, bakers.
I'm bringing the disaster back to life.
Bring it back to life.
The only thing I am concerned about is when the judges cut into that cake that doesn't have the center.
This is a 1-layer cake cut in half, and then we take our goat cheese blueberry filling, and we put it in the middle, level it out, and then put the top back on.
We're icing like crazy, and we've decided to put toasted coconut around the edges because since we're running out of time, it's just a quick way to finish the cake off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. This round is done.
Yes!
Bakers, your first challenge was to make a cake using our mystery ingredient, beets. Brian, tell us about your cake.
Okay, so we did a lemon cake with a blueberry compote on top that we actually cooked with a balsamic and blueberries. Inside the cake is a goat and cream cheese filling. And then on the outside is a subtle lemon buttercream. And then on the top, you have also candied beets.
Brian, the actual cake itself is moist, and it does have a beautiful, nice lemony flavor.
But your cake is a one-note wonder. And unfortunately, that one note isn't beets.
Emily.
So today we made for you a tropical beet cake. So it's a beet, coconut, and pineapple cake with a lime Italian meringue buttercream.
I think you have a really nice, flavorful cake, and the way you've iced the cake is delicious.
At first, I thought your cake was super moist because it's completely raw.
Okay, I am just perplexed. I saw you make a red beet cake batter.
The color just baked out.
Wow.
Ema.
So what I made for you guys is a beet cake using roasted beets that I pureed and put into the batter. And then I also made an orange chocolate ganache and a spiced buttercream. And I finished the cake with candied red beets and golden beets as well.
The cake itself, Ema, really nice. I like the orange flavor that I have coming through, but it's a beet challenge. It's not an orange chocolate ganache challenge.
It is a really subtle, beautiful beet cake, and I can really taste the beets. If you had put some kind of beet puree into the frosting, I think it would have just taken it to the next level.
All right, bakers, head back to your stations while the judges figure all this out.
I don't know.
They didn't taste enough beets in the cake.
She tastes it. I made a face.
The judges have reached a decision. Emily, the buttercream wasn't enough to save your cake. I'm sorry, you're out of the showdown.
Thank you very much. It really sucks to go home first, but I mean, it's a really tough challenge, and we did our best with the time we had.
For the final challenge, the theme is spring. And you need to make 2 different types of cake pops relating to the spring theme.
Cake pops!
You have 90 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now.
So the theme is spring. Okay, let's do this. I'm thinking bumblebees, flowers. Got everything here. I'm gonna set up on this side. So I'm doing a bumblebee cake pop, which is a vanilla honey cake dipped in yellow chocolate. I also have a flower pot cake pop, which is chocolate cake dipped in chocolate using cookie crumbs for the dirt on the top. So let's get hopping on that batter.
Okay.
The first thing that comes to mind are the spring flavors that I enjoy indulging in.
Yes.
We need key limes for the key lime juice. I'm making a passion fruit cake pop with a mango buttercream dipped in yellow chocolate and a pink butterfly to finish it off. For my second cake pop, I'm making a key lime cake pop with a ginger buttercream dipped in green chocolate, finished with a ladybug.
Keep going. Stop. So we're making a honey vanilla batter, which is our vanilla cake recipe modified with a little bit of honey for this challenge. Honey and bumblebees go together perfect.
Half cup?
Yeah, just sprinkle it in. For the second batter, we're doing our chocolate cake batter that we're gonna add in cookie crumbs later to make it kind of like a dirt cake. It's got the chocolate taste, but the grit of dirt. Ready?
Yep.
We decided to use sheet pans because it bakes a lot faster, because we don't want to run into time issues. Okay, got this in for 15.
For our key lime cake, we're gonna use fresh key lime juice. We only have 90 minutes, so we're making one batter. We're gonna split the batter and flavor the batter separately.
Try passion fruit.
Yeah.
Good.
I wanna make sure when the judges bite into this cake that they can taste spring.
So these bakers have to tell a story with cake pops. They have an opportunity here to deliver something really fun and interesting and fresh.
This guy rose up nice. Cakes come out of the oven. Oh, yeah. They rise, they're perfect. They're set, dude. So to make these cake pops, we start tearing up the cake. Crap, it's hot. Vince and I are actually like burning our fingers, but we didn't care because we were on a time crunch.
I think this cake is done.
Okay.
Cake comes out of the oven. We gotta get it in the blast chiller because we gotta get things rolling. Just smash it down a little bit. Do about 30. We wanna have that spring look. So we're making handmade ladybugs. We're bringing it to life. And I'm using pink gum paste for the butterflies because they dry faster than fondant.
My worst fear right now is that if something messes up, we might be in trouble. This is a $10,000 challenge, and there's 2 teams left. So we want to make sure every single minute that we use is perfect.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a task. I'm a little nervous, and this is gonna take entirely too much time. We gotta get these ladybugs done.
Left, bakers.
Kelsey, we have 30 minutes left, and we still have to roll our cake pops and dip them. I'm trying to stay cool so that we can get everything done because time is not waiting for us. We're gonna crumble our cake, add buttercream, and roll each one into cake pops.
So I'm playing with this cake, and I feel that it needs to grind up into like a finer cake. Did I ever tell you that it's best to have a blade in your food processor when you're processing food? The texture of a cake pop is quite different than an actual cake. Mulch, baby, mulch. It's dense and moist, much better. You can mold it into, you know, whatever you like.
2 bricks of the cream cheese and 1 brick of the butter.
Yeah. We're using a vanilla cream cheese buttercream. I thought the cream cheese would actually help bind the cake together more and give it a little extra creaminess. Cream cheese is real good, actually. So I'm adding the cookie into it. So we have the dirt for the spring theme. It's time to get messy. We're molding these cake pops with our hands, and we're doing them, you know, a good size, like smaller than a golf ball. Boom, it's good to go. These have to be perfect. I got 10,000 reasons to win this competition here.
I'm conscious of not adding too much buttercream because I don't want the cake pop to taste like it's underbaked cake. But not adding enough can also make it dry. So it's a fine line to get a perfect cake pop.
Okay, now we're rolling. We're getting a little hectic now. We're trying to set up an assembly line. I'm doing the dipping, and then Vince is doing the rolling. These aren't gonna dry in time.
No?
I don't know, man. They're coming off. Just so warm. They're too heavy and they're too soft. The dip isn't hardening fast enough. I need an air conditioner on top.
Sliding, man.
I'm heating up chocolate to cover the cake pops. All right. We're taking our passion fruit cake mixed with mango buttercream, dipping them in yellow chocolate, finished with yellow sanding sugar, topping it with a pink butterfly. Teamwork makes the dream work. And then we're taking our key lime cake pop with ginger buttercream, dipping them into green chocolate, and then we're going to finish it with the handmade ladybugs.
Stay.
Ema is doing some really interesting flavors with her cake pop. So she's doing like passion fruit and mango together. I mean, that's exciting.
Bakers, 5 more minutes.
We got it over here.
We'll see. Time is vanishing quickly. We're moving as fast as we can.
Okay.
I've never worked so hard.
Where's those little things? I have to add wings to these bees. So for the wings, we use some of the white chocolate chips that we had. It's
Perfect. Done.
And we're using food coloring markers to get the stripes down.
5,
Bring it
4,
home, Kelsey.
3,
10 grand,
2,
10 grand, 10 grand.
1. That's it. It's over. One of you will walk away with $10,000. Bakers, your final challenge was a theme challenge. I asked you to make 2 different cake pops following a spring theme. Brian, tell our judges about your cake pops.
Following the spring theme, we wanted to do something fun, so we did bumblebees pollinating flowers in flower pots. So for the bumblebee, we have a vanilla honey cake, goes well with the bumblebee. And then for the flower pot, we have a chocolate cookie crumb cake, which is like our version of dirt.
Brian, the flower pot cake pop was outrageous. That chocolate explosion in my mouth was almost overwhelming. It was really a fantastic cake pop. Well done.
Thank you.
Brian, I have to say, I would have liked a little bit more texture, a little bit more crunch.
Ema,
So I played on flavor. The green cake pop is a key lime cake with a ginger buttercream, and then we have a hand-painted ladybug to accent the cake pop. And then the yellow cake pop is a passion fruit cake mixed with mango buttercream and a pink gum paste butterfly.
Ema, these are really pretty cake pops, but the actual cake part is really mushy. I didn't get any crumb out of it.
I think that you did a really good job. I mean, I think this is what people expect out of cake pops. The cake itself is actually really delicious. I got a lot of passion fruit flavor. I think that this cake actually came out really nice.
Thank you.
now's the tough part. It's time for our judges to decide who will win this showdown and go home with $10,000. Who's going home with the money? Let's break it down.
This is a hard one.
I know.
I think that both competitors really delivered on the theme.
I agree. So why don't we talk about Brian's cake pops? That chocolate cake pop was delicious.
But it's really lacking in texture. This is a one-shot wonder. You know,
It's
you gotta,
true.
you gotta
You're
like
true. You're
wow
right.
in one bite.
Ema actually tried to incorporate more than one flavor. She gave us mango, she gave us lime.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ema's cake pops really kind of go to that next level in flavor.
The problem I have with Ema's cake pops is that the cake inside of them is just simply too mushy for my taste.
All right, enough talk. Have you come to a decision?
Yes, I think we have.
Brian, your flower pot cake pop was a decadent chocolate explosion. Ema, your cake pops were loaded with springtime flavors. The winner of this sugar showdown is Brian.
Wow. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Crazy. I can't believe it. $10,000.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
It gives me 10,000 reasons to celebrate today.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.